In this video, I'm going to talk about 5 ways to make more sales by being viewed as an expert. So when you think about it, what is the biggest difference between a salesperson and somebody like a nurse or a doctor? It's all on how they're perceived. And how people perceive you makes a huge difference to the amount of sales that you make. So the Gallup Poll did a study to analyze which professions are the most trusted and viewed as the most ethical and honest. And nurses rated at 84% of people agreed that nurses and doctors are very trustworthy, where car salespeople have like an 8% trustworthy score. So like 8% of people think that they're trustworthy. Real estate agents, for an example, 25% of people view them as ethical and trustworthy. And this is a problem if you want to make more sales. You want to be trusted, you want to be viewed as an advisor, as an expert, as an authority, and when you are, you're going to make more sales. So keep in mind, when you don't want to blend in with the crowd when you're a salesperson. You want to separate yourself and be viewed completely different than they are. So let's actually get into 5 ways to make more sales by being viewed as an expert. One of the ways is to do your research ahead of time. Anytime you're going out and meeting a client, make sure you know about their neighborhood, their needs, their desires, the biggest challenges and questions they may ask about the product or service that you're selling, and be ready to answer them. Anytime somebody's asking you a question, you can view it as a hardcore objection handler, and you can go into the salesy pitch, and that does work some of the time. But if you can answer it in an informative way and help them with their problems, you're going to be positioned way different than the person who comes in and tries to overcome it as an objection. You'll be viewed as more of the helpful salesperson or the advisor versus the pushy salesperson that gets clumped in with the group of unethical people. You don't want to be put in that pool of unethical people or viewed that way if you want to make more sales. The second way is to be helpful. Freely give out information and don't try to hold the secrets to your chest, so to speak. If they have challenges or questions, answer them and give them the best answer you possibly can. If you don't know the answer, one of the things that always helped me when I was selling a new product or service was to say, you know what, that's a really good question and I'm glad you asked it, but I don't have an answer for you, or I don't have an answer that I want to give you today because I need to do some more information. So I'm going to go do some more research and find a good answer for you, and I'm going to come back to you on that. And that I never ever had anyone tell me like they didn't respect that. A lot of times I remember making some sales and people are like, listen, when I asked you a question you didn't know the answer, you went out and did the research, and that gave me a lot of confidence that you were saying stuff, you were telling the truth, and you were giving me the best information possible. It helped me get a lot of business. So just being helpful, being honest, being really just a helpful person that pours out good information. Now, granted, it's not like you don't want to sell and close, because if you don't make sales, you're not going to eat. That's how you make money as a salesperson. So be helpful and still close, but be helpful and an advisor type of person first, and the sales will follow. Another one is to curate helpful content or helpful information. A lot of times you can put together brochures or helpful templates or even a book about buying or selling a home that a buyer or seller or somebody you're working with can use to make a better buying decision. We live in the information age, and information is so readily available these days, and if you're not the one giving it out, chances are they're finding it somewhere else, especially if they're making a big buying decision like buying a home or selling a home. These are huge decisions to people, and it makes a huge impact on them and their family and their financial well-being. So they're going to do research on it. I know when my wife and I bought a home a few years ago, I'd sold real estate, been a real estate agent throughout the years, have a family of realtors, but I did so much research because it really made a big difference to me. And if I was working with an agent that wasn't knowledgeable and didn't seem like they cared or had the best information, I would have gone elsewhere. So being helpful and a source of information is really important as a salesperson. It's one of the things that can separate you from the average pushy salesperson. And a great way to do that is by having your own book. If you want to learn how to get one, go to Authorify.com and check it out. So another one is keeping the focus on them. This is not about you and what you have to sell in your product or service, even though you need to make a sale. Focus on them, their needs, what concerns and questions they have, and overcome those and help them and provide helpful info. This is a really good way to separate yourself from everyone else. And then the final 5th tip is to give them a book or a brochure, or go to the internet and print out helpful articles for them that you've read and found helpful that they may have questions about. I like giving them a book because it's a really good thing that they're not going to throw it away because it's perceived as value. But if you don't want a book or you don't want to go that route, go to the internet, find really good articles that you know will serve them, print them out, give them to them when you meet them. Turn it into a little stapled, handout if you need to, whatever it is. Provide information, and it's going to show that you're different than everyone else. So if you want to learn how to get your own book, or if that sounds like something that would be cool to you, go to Authorify.com/free. You can try it out for free on us, check it out. And if nothing else, print out helpful information, give it out, and really think about it. At the end of the day, you want to be positioned as an expert, as an authority, not as a salesperson. So provide helpful information, put the customer first, and the sales are going to follow. And if you liked this video, please do me a huge favor and like this video for me. It means a lot to me that you guys like what I'm putting out. It's encouraging to put more out there for you. And if you have any comments or questions, post them in the comment section below. Thanks for watching.